Bom dia, boa tarde, boa noite, or whatever the case may be. My name is Marcus, and I am the host of the Black Brazil Today YouTube channel, as well as the blackbraziltoday.com blog, where I analyze Brazil from the perspective of race. So, as you know, or as you may have heard in the last videos that I've posted here at the Black Brazil Today YouTube channel. November is coming to a close. We got like a little less than a week left now, but November is Brazil's month of Black consciousness. Um, it's been celebrated for a number of years. The big day in the month is November 20th, that is recognized as the Day of Black Consciousness or Black Consciousness Day. Some people say Black Awareness Day. And it's somewhat similar to the American Black History Month, where they highlight some of the accomplishments and achievements, as well as the ongoing struggle of Black Brazilians to reach parity with non-Black Brazilians. Okay, so I have to say I've been impressed because, as you know, I've stated numerous times. My connection to Brazil started on Christmas Eve of 1999, and it's just been 24 years of just following documenting the position and the situation of Black Brazilians. It's been a roller coaster ride. I've seen the ups and the downs, and I truly enjoy following this story. It never stops fascinating me. And so for all the time that I've seen the challenges of Black Brazil, some of the strides and some of the conquests and achievements that have happened, particularly in the last 10 to 15 years, I've almost felt like I've been a part of this, even though, I am an outsider as an African American. I can still connect to seeing some of the progress that's going on among Afro Brazilians. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about one of these, I will say, examples of the demand for representation that's been going on in among Black Brazilians for years. I mean, some people could go back to the end of the slavery era in 1888. Some people might want to talk about just the last 100 years, the last 50 years. As I said, there's been more strides, I think, in the last 10, 15 years than perhaps the last 100. That's just how I see it as an outsider who has followed this situation, the story and the struggle of Black Brazilians. Today, I want to talk about, as I said, just an example of some of the strides that's been taken, because something like this could not have happened just 25 years ago. So what are we talking about today? What am I talking about today? It's called the Prêmio Potências, Brazil's BET Awards. It celebrates the most outstanding Black Brazilian personalities of the year in a number of fields. So what I want to do is, this is going to be a lot of video and a lot of photos in this particular video tonight. Because, I like to, for people to get to know who some of these people are, even if you just come to know their faces. This award ceremony happened, I want to say about 3 weeks ago. There was actually another really big Afro-Brazilian oriented award ceremony that just went down. I'm going to cover that probably next week. But for now, let's talk about Prêmio Potências. Before I do get into this video, definitely like this video, share this video, drop a comment in the comment section, subscribe to the channel. Click on the notification bell so that you'll be one of the first people to receive, my new videos as they drop. So let's get directly into it. Let's talk about the Prêmio Potências. Okay. So the Prêmio Potências, this award ceremony is as I said, it couldn't have been possible 24 years ago. You just didn't have enough Black representation anywhere in Brazilian society. I mean, besides maybe on the soccer field. This has come from, the modern Black rights movement in Brazil, you could say, started in 1978 with the formation of the Movimento Negro Unificado, the Unified Black Movement. But some people, from the phases that I've seen, some scholars and specialists in Black Brazil are really capping that phase of the Black struggle in Brazil from 1978 to about 2000, because like in 2000 up until now, things have just accelerated. And one of the main reasons for that, and I've argued this for a while, is because of the internet. When I first started going to Brazil, most people didn't even have internet. Nobody had a cell phone. And it's only, like I said, I want to say in the last 10, 15 years have these changes in society as a whole happen to where people have more access to technology. So in the same way that in the, let's say the 50s, 60s, and 70s in the United States, you had like black radio, you had, the barbershop, the churches. These were some of the galvanizing tools that African Americans had to organize their protest and their demands for, better lives. So the internet has, like I said, to me, it's made these things possible to the point now that we have black award shows going on in Brazil. Like, what is this all about? Obviously, a lot of the people that I'm going to show you today, you may not be familiar with, but most black Brazilians are going to be familiar with at least half to 75 to 80% of these people. So black representation, the same that's going on in the US, always like, hey, where are our people in these type of events? So after decades of the struggle, now they're starting to see the spotlight shown on specifically black Brazilians, specifically black representation, events and campaigns. As I said, this was not possible. When I first started going to Brazil, you didn't even find black people. You didn't find a whole lot of black people who had their own car. You didn't find a whole lot of black people who were taking, flights across the country or outside of the country. That I have seen just incredible changes since then. But as far back as black Brazilians have been held, this, the cliche says it's so much further to go, and it's still true. But I have to say, this is inspiring to see some of the changes that are happening in favor of black Brazilians. But I always have to keep my mind, even when people, even celebrating an event like this, I always have to look and say, okay, what's going on with this? Because in the last 5 to 6 years, I've talked about this in other videos where you've seen this rise in representation of black Brazilians in the media, particularly in television. You have this wing of, besides just Brazilian films, specifically black films, where you have black directors and a majority black cast that talk about themes that are important to Afro-Brazilians. This is something that you just didn't see when I first started going, I first started visiting Brazil almost a quarter of a century ago. So these are the things that have changed. It's like, okay, there's more opportunity there. Myself, I have to get more into, I'll say the newer generation. Because when I got into Brazil around, the end of 99, early 2000, there was a whole set of different movers and shakers among black Brazilians. But since then, it's just multiplied. As I said, the doors have opened, not all the way as we would like, but there's a lot more opportunities for talented black Brazilians to present themselves, on the Brazilian stage, as well as some of these people are getting recognition internationally. So then, what is the Prêmio Potências? Let's talk a little bit about this. These are just some of the people who participated in the event. I think this was the fourth edition of the ceremony, and as I looked at it, you got a feel for the excitement of all of the glamorous people in the audience at this show. Looked like it was a sold out event. And this is something that black Brazilians deserve. They deserve to have the spotlight shown on them. Like, look, we deserve our share in this, our position in the spotlight as well. So let's talk a little bit about this. Again, Prêmio Potências, Prêmio, which means awards in Portuguese, Prêmio Potências. They're calling it Brazil's BET Awards, or at least that's what I saw in a few articles online. It celebrates the most outstanding black Brazilian personalities of the year. The award ceremony took place at the Teatro Santander, or the Santander Theater. It's a big bank. It's not a Brazilian bank, but it's branches. You have branches all over Brazil. Santander is one of the, the larger banks in Brazil. The ceremony featured one of the hosts of the ceremony was Preta Gil. This young lady right here. She is the daughter of longtime legendary singer musician Gilberto Gil. Today's material comes courtesy of Afro TV Brazil as well as CNN Brazil. So let's talk a little bit about this today. As I said, I'm going to include a lot of video and a lot of photos so that you can just get an idea of the excitement that went down on this event that happened on Tuesday, November 5th. So the fourth edition of the Potências Awards, the highlight event of the Black Consciousness Month took place at the Santander Theater on Tuesday, November 5th. The award ceremony established itself as the biggest recognition of Black people in the market, celebrating the most outstanding Black personalities of the year on a night dedicated to celebrating diversity. The big winner tonight was this young lady here, ludmilla. I'm always going to remember ludmilla because her career took off the year that I started living in Brazil. It was around 2012, and I just remember her first song took off, and it was just every car that went by, I remember was playing her song. And to see Ludmilla is one of the biggest selling artists in the country right now, and she has been for some years. Her music is huge on Spotify. So, mad props to this young lady. I mean, to see her from the origin she came from to being one of the biggest stars in Brazil, right? That's Ludmilla. The ceremony honors Black personalities who stood out in different categories such as music, performing arts, the digital world, sports market, and inspiration. The Prêmio Potências award ceremony is a Brazilian award created in 2021 by the MYND8 to honor the country's Black artists, such as the BET Awards does in the United States. The first edition of the event in 2021 was held at the Audio Concert Hall in São Paulo and was hosted by Delma Assis, João Luiz Pedrosa, and Gleice Damasceno. The winners of the event are decided by a specialized jury. As I said, I know most of my listeners, people who subscribe, are not going to know a lot of these names, but Delma Assis, I think she's an anesthesiologist. She was a big winner on the Big Brother Brazil series, ongoing reality show. João Luiz Pedrosa, he was another well-known figure who participated on Big Brother Brazil, and Gleice Damasceno. Not mistaken, I think she might have won one of the seasons on Big Brother Brazil. So again, these winners of the event are decided by a specialized jury. This is João Paiva. He won this year as the actor of the year. This young man has come up. He's been in a number of movies. He played a memorable role in these films. Organized by MYND, the largest influencer, marketing, and entertainment agency in Latin America, the ceremony was hosted by Preta Gil, the singer, journalist Tiago Oliveira, journalist Rita Batista, Stella Yeshua, and comedian Yuri Marçal. All of these people are pretty well known. Even if people don't know them by name, they definitely know their faces. With the presence of big names from music, cinema, and sports, such as Preta Gil, liniker, Rebeca Andrade, of course, the world famous gymnast who made a big name for herself in the last two Olympics, the rapper Shaman. The ceremony had singer Ludmilla as the special honoree of the night. I'm very happy to be the evening's honoree because this award celebrates our Black culture, which needs to be recognized. My power is to instigate this kind of attitude in people from our people, said the singer at the entrance to the event. Okay, this is singer-rapper Carol Conká. The creative direction was by Tatiane Almeida and production by Magma. The theme, A Favela, meaning the favela, highlighted the richness and complexity of community life. A lot of talk about the favelas these days. Of course, we know for people who've been to Brazil, the favela are the shanty towns that people have constructed on the hills of large cities. But the favela has been getting its own spotlight for a number of years now. People are saying that the favela has won. It's not that the favela has won. It's just that a lot of people coming out of the favela, poor communities, are getting their chance to shine. The Black Carpet Catwalk received several important names such as Rebeca Andrade, Carol Conká, João Paiva, Quitéria Chagas, who's a very popular carnival dancer. Most people, if they don't know her name, they know her face, among many other talents. The event was broadcast on Salon Line's Pluto TV channel, and the Pode Pá videocast showed the event on his YouTube channel a few days later. Throughout the evening, in addition to the awards, the event featured musical performances by numerous acts, as well as the participation of American singer Erykah Badu. I'll never forget. Yeah, Black American artists have just been popular in Brazil for a number of years. I remember, I don't remember what year that was, but I just remember when I heard that Erykah Badu was going to be performing. It must have been 2013, 14, somewhere in that time. I mean, those tickets were snapped up in like 10 minutes. So before I could even get to the building to buy tickets, they were already snapped up. I mean, Brazil has a large market for African American artists because Black Brazilians as a whole look to Black Americans because of the success that they see, the struggle that they see with Black Americans because they see their struggle being similar to ours. So anyway, Erykah Badu She was interviewed. She performed, from what I understand, Erykah Badu is in Sao Paulo and in Brazil to do a couple of shows. So she was interviewed by this journalist from Billboard Brazil. Check it out. I'm going to just fast forward to what Erykah Badu had to say.
Pouquinho dessa correria com emoção. How do you see the award like this who celebrates Black talents?
I think it's beautiful. I think that we're all the same tribe. We just got separated some time ago, and the drum will outlast the gun, and our culture proves it. We have proof of concept that the drum is the most powerful thing between us as a culture of people. And when given a platform and celebrated, it's the icing on the cake. It feels good to always come here to Sao Paulo. It feels like home. I feel like it's a broken tribe coming back together every time. I learn so much here every time I come without trying.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So again, Erykah Badu is one of a number of African American artists who have been coming to Brazil in recent years. I mean, this has been going on. When I first started going, hanging out in Brazil, one of the first big artists that was putting Brazil on their like touring schedule was Ja Rule. I remember Ja Rule coming to Brazil. It had to have been 2001, 2002. Not only did he do some shows there, but he also appeared on one of the popular variety shows. And then from then, the door has just opened. It's just, African American artists have been coming to Brazil for a number of years. They're being recognized that, Black Brazilians are being recognized as being part of the global African diaspora family. Will Smith was here, I'm sorry, there. I'm not in Brazil anymore, but Will Smith made a tour of Brazil probably about a month or two ago. I've prepared a story for that. I haven't got around to it, but Will Smith had an incredible time in Brazil, but he's not, Erykah Badu and Will Smith are just a few of African American artists who have, really started connecting with Brazil. I have to do a story on that one day. Anyway, awards were awarded in 14 categories selected by a specialized jury. The winners include João Paiva, who I showed in the previous photo. He was the actor of the year. Maria Bomani as the actress of the year. Ludmilla as the artist of the year. Edvana Carvalho in the supporting actress category. Rapper Shaman as supporting actor. I wonder what that was for. Shaman, as far as I know, he's known more as a rapper. Samantha Almeida and Preto Zeze were the personalities of the year. Duquesa as the revelation of the year, basically the best new artist of the year. Caju by singer Liniker was the song of the year. Thais Soares dos Santos as the professional of the year. Angie Ricardo as the creator of the year. Bia Souza as the athlete of the year. Respeita Meu Cabelo, meaning Respect My Hair by Vucci, was recognized as the campaign of the year. I haven't never seen that. I have to look that up. Deborah Moura as the Black leadership, in the category of Black leadership. Luisa Vidal as Young Power. Another outstanding category was Rebecca Andrade, who won the Power Award. Remember, again, Rebecca Andrade became recognized around the world for the competition she gave to Simone Biles during the 2024 Olympics. Quite sure many of you will remember her. This is Preto Zeze. I'm going to do a story about him coming up. Very important guy in terms of Black representation in Brazil. He's been behind the scenes, working magic for a number of years. We are extremely happy with the recognition that Potencias is gaining. This year, we reached a record number of sponsors with 14 brands that made a point of valuing and honoring Blackness, including new partnerships like Fenty Beauty. I'm sure you all have heard of that brand, as well as longtime supporters like Nivea. We had the honor of welcoming several influential personalities, and the presence of American artist Erykah Badu was simply extraordinary. We have no doubt that next year we will go even further, said Julio Beltrão, MYND's artistic director and creator of the award. This guy here, Julio Beltrão. The event was a great celebration of Black strength and potential, reaffirming the commitment to social inclusion at a time of setbacks in advertising campaigns and social representation. Preta Gil, one of the presenters at the night, met up with her friend Gominho at the event and said in an interview with CNN that she feels great despite the limitations of her cancer treatment. I have my limitations. I have to manage the side effects of chemotherapy, but I'm alive and I wanted to be here the way I can be. I'm not at my full potential. I have 1,000 things to manage, but I'm alive, celebrated the singer. So this is the judo artist, Bia Souza, who took home, I think she won the gold in the Paris Olympics. She's one of the first Brazilians to take home gold in this last Olympics. Bia Souza, again, a gold medalist in judo at the Paris Olympics in 2024, said it is very important to have initiatives like these in which the Black community is recognized and encouraged. I'm happy to be part of it and to be one of the names nominated is a source of pride, she said. Julio Beltrão, the creator of the award, highlighted the fundamental role of the event. Our job is to ensure that this representation lasts, promoting the inclusion and visibility of Black culture in the market. This award is a realization of a collective. It's making sure that people are truly recognized, he said. If we could put what is Black excellence in the dictionary, Ludmilla would certainly be one of the answers. She has an incredible story, the story of a Black girl who came out of the favela and today is one of the main characters in this country, he added. So anyway, just a quick overview. There's a lot more I could say about the award ceremony, but I just wanted to introduce subscribers. This is what's going on in Brazil. They want to look at the Premios Potências as Brazil's version of BET Awards. Now, in that comparison, I'm not sure if the creators of this award, saying, people looking at this as like Brazil's BET Awards. I don't know if, the BET Awards is necessarily an award ceremony that people want to imitate it these days. Years ago, BET Awards was something to watch, but nowadays it's something else. And I think all of you who know what I'm talking about, I don't have to say anymore. It's not something that I'm really proud of to see today's BET Awards. But to put this more into context, Black Brazilians have been blocked, have been excluded from so many areas of Brazilian society, advertising, for example. These are all articles you can find at blackbraziltoday.com. Brazil's advertising industry continues to value whiteness. There have been some improvements, but Brazil's advertising industry still reinforces stereotypes about the Black population. Whites still make up 90% of Brazilian advertising, but 3 recent commercials featuring Afro-Brazilians provide a glimmer of hope for racial diversity. Invisible consumers. Brazilian advertising ignores the representation of the Black population and on and on. In Brazilian advertising, more than 90% of the protagonists continue to be white. So this is an award ceremony like this. These are some of the reasons as to why such an award ceremony is important. They've always called for representation. This journalist, this is what's messed up about it. Brazil continued to deny that racism is a big deal. And then when people climb that ladder and find success, in society, then they still can be the target of racist comments. Like here, for example, Black journalist receive racist message, responds with a thought-provoking poem. The anchor thanks his father for his success and speaks on Black representation. The gap in representation of Afro-Brazilian actresses and filmmakers. Black models in the fashion industry, lack of representation and racism. If you're from the United States, you'll understand why this struggle is such a big thing, because Black people in Brazil have been excluded from these genres for so long. In an ultra-centric Brazil, in an ultra-Eurocentric Brazil, Black parents seek representation in literature for their children. They're tired of seeing, just throughout Brazil's history, Black people have only been presented as slaves in like school textbooks. So this is why they have been demanding representation in the media to change how Black Brazilians are seen. Brazilians expect more representation from advertisements. 85% of Blacks believes that companies must respect the diversity of their consumers or customers. Sports, particularly soccer, has been an area where Black Brazilians have always excelled, even though the origins of soccer, even in soccer, Black people were excluded. That's a whole nother story, until the country realized, like, if we want to go somewhere, we have to include some of these Black players. Today, Black players are some of the top soccer players in the world. A lot of them go over to Europe and make, hundreds of millions of euros. This is from 2019, a historic game in Rio. 2 Black coaches face each other in a Division A match. This is a big deal. You don't have a lot of Black coaches. You got dominant Black players, but you still don't have a lot of Black coaches in Division A professional soccer in Brazil. And soccer, as you know, I've often said that soccer by itself is as popular as basketball, football, and baseball in the United States, all in one sport, right? This is what I just said. Where are the black coaches in Division A Brazilian football? I remember, or soccer, they call football there. Fortunes of first black championship coach reveal racial barriers in a sport that unites the country. It was crazy because this guy had won a Division I championship, and then like a year later, he was out of a job and he was finding it difficult to find another job. How can that be after he won the Brazilian championship? So these are some of the reasons why an event like this Premio Potencias, why this is so important, because it shows the advances of Black Brazilians in society. Hope you liked this video. What did you think? Drop a comment in the comment section. What did you think about the videos that's featured here? What did you think about some of the pictures? What did you think about the story? Drop a comment in the comment section, like this video, share this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Click on that notification bell so that you know when I put up another video. And with that said, I'm going to end this video here and request that you all come back. Check out the next video that I post here at Black Brazil Today.